Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will look at integration by parts. So hopefully this rule here is familiar to you. This is the product rule when we're differentiating. So now what we're just going to do is integrate both sides, which means integrating everything here. Now remember that integration and differentiation undo each other in exactly the same way as multiplication and division. So what I'm left with here is uv equals the integral of u dash v plus the integral of uv dash. Now what I can do is subtract this from both sides, and I have the formula for integration by parts. The integral of u dash v equals uv minus the integral of u dash v. So this is our reverse product rule. This is the rule we can use when we're integrating the product of two functions of x. Here u and v are products of x. So when you need to integrate the product of functions, you choose which one's u so that it's easy to differentiate, and you choose the one that's v dash so it's easy to integrate. So let's apply integration by parts here. We have a function of x multiplied by another function of x. So first step, we need to choose u and v. So I'm going to choose u for x squared. It's easy to differentiate, and I'm going to choose v dash as e to the minus x because easy to integrate. So if u is x squared, then u dash is just the derivative of that, which is 2x. And v is going to be the integral of e to the minus x, which is just minus e to the minus x. So using the formula up here, the integral of uv dash is equal to u, which is x squared, multiplied by v, minus the integral of u dash times v. Now, here we're just going to make it a little easier to work with. This will be minus x squared e to the minus x. So here we have two minuses, so that will make it a plus. So plus the integral of 2x e to the minus x. Now here, we actually need to use integration by parts again to perform this integral. So let's go ahead and do that. Once again, I'm going to let this be u, and I'm going to let this be v dash. So I'm going to leave the first term alone, minus x squared e to the minus x. So evaluating this here, it will be u times v minus the integral of u dash, which is now 2, times v. Now, the integral of this here is now an easy one to do. It will just be 2, and we're going to keep our e to the minus x, but we need to divide by minus 1. So there's actually going to be 3 minuses there. So we can make this a little easier by factoring out minus e to the negative x, and inside we have x squared plus 2x plus 2. And because this is an indefinite integral, we need to add the c. All right, let's look at another example. So we're going to use integration by parts here to integrate sine squared x dx. So of course, that's the same as the integral of sine x times sine x. That's what sine squared x means. So this one's not easy, but at least it will be easy to choose the u and the v dash. We really only have one choice. So this u and v dash, we're going to have u dash is the derivative of sine x, so cos x, and v will be the integral of sine x, which is minus cos x. So going ahead and using the formula up here, it is going to be equal to uv, so u times v minus the integral of u dash v. So u dash v is cos x times minus cos x, which gives us cos squared x. But we can replace these two negatives here with a positive. Now it turns out that we don't need to use integration by parts again because we can rewrite this. See, cos squared x is the same as 1 minus sine squared x, because cos squared x plus sine squared x always equals 1. So what we have here is negative sine x cos x. Integral of 1 is just x. And then we have minus the integral of sine squared x dx. Now, because we have this sine squared x over here, we can write it over there. We can move it there by adding it to both sides. So we actually get 2 times the integral of sine squared x is equal to all of this. And dividing each side by 2, we simply get that the integral of sine squared dx is all of that divided 2. And again, because it is an indefinite integral, we need to write the plus c. So integration by parts really helps when we want to integrate the product of a function of x and another function of x. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.